Hello, everyone. Welcome to this chat about health, fitness, and how we move. Today, we're sitting down with a pioneer in the ancestral living scene. He's written tons of bestsellers, founded health coaching programs, and even created lines of healthy foods. A former elite marathoner and triathlete, he's now all about a walking focused life in sunny Florida. He loves stand-up paddling, biking on the beach, and playing ultimate frisbee. In this talk, we're zeroing in on walking. It's the go-to exercise you might not be doing enough of. We'll chat about why regular shoes mess up your stride, knees, back, and even give you headaches. We'll cover why most folks shouldn't run as much, touching on issues like foot pain, knee problems, and hip strain. We'll also explore what happens to your feet over time in cushy shoes. Then, we'll get into ramping up your walking and fitting it into daily life. Stick around for his story about bouncing back from hip surgery in record time. Let's jump in. We're covering three big ideas. Everyday shoes lead to injuries, running might keep extra weight on, and most runners would do better walking instead. These flip common fitness advice on its head. Start with the basics. Why do typical shoes cause harm? Think about fashion footwear from the last century and a half. Most have a lifted heel, a pointy front for style, and a narrow toe area. Back then, working folks wore wide boots for free foot movement during hard labor. But the fancy crowd squeezed into high-heeled, tight shoes to look chic. That trend stuck. Now apply this to running shoes. In the late 60s and early 70s, when running wasn't huge yet, folks used basic sneakers like basketball ones. They were thin-soled, what we'd call minimalist today. As running boomed, companies made thicker shoes for elite athletes to log more miles without foot pain. These let pros hit 90 or 100 miles a week. Over time, shoes got even thicker, with the idea that cushioning helped new runners. People jumped on the running fad for fitness, weight loss, or heart health. But many weren't built for it. Thicker soles forgave poor form, like heel striking, but led to issues up the body chain. A book from years back pointed out how running shoes cause problems. Looking back, that idea didn't go far enough. Even with fancy tech, half of runners get hurt yearly. Right now, a quarter of runners are sidelined, worse than pro football injury rates. That's not ideal for supposed perfect exercise. The shoe industry pushes bad habits with more padding. People see doctors for foot pain and pros suggest thicker soles or inserts. But that just masks issues. Built-in supports force feet into unnatural positions before you even step. Look at shoe design. The raised heel tilts you forward, giving a false sense of push. Over time, it shortens your Achilles tendon. I've seen countless cases where folks snap tendons switching from heels to runners. The tight toe box squeezes your big toe against others, limiting its movement. That big toe is key for engaging your butt muscles. Bodybuilders know this, often training barefoot or in socks to fire up the glutes. Your foot naturally wants to spread on each step, especially during push-off. Barefoot on sand, you'd see wide prints. But shoes restrict that, blocking toes from adapting to terrain. Combine this with poor blood flow to foot tissues, and you get problems like dying tissue in the arch area, often misdiagnosed as inflammation. A top foot expert calls it a tissue death issue, not just swelling. Tight toes cut circulation, starving the area. Fixes include barefoot time or wide-toe shoes to restore flow. Overall, these shoes promise less strain but increase it higher up, like knees, hips, back. They weaken foot muscles too. Intrinsic foot muscles atrophy from lack of work, shifting load to ankles and above. That's where injuries hit. So many women starting weights complain they can't feel their glutes in squats or lunges. Freeing the big toe helps activate them. I trained shoeless or in socks for that reason. Huge difference in glute engagement.